Planet Nibiru is approaching our Earth according to claims. Many predictions of significant changes on Earth are associated with the advent of the planet Nibiru, the coming of Nibiru, and for some prophets is called the planet of death, which threatens life in our cosmic home. Virtually all significant astronomers deny the existence of Nibiru, but this does not stop the predictions of the end of the world, quote unquote. Cancel your long-term plans and forget everything that you're preparing to do for the future and get ready for the end of the world and survival in the world of chaos and struggle for life. This advice is given by prophets who assure life will end with a biblical prediction when the planet of death appears in the solar system. The day of the mass departure of mankind to different dimensions is concluded in the deadly date of global catastrophe. And according to the curious theory, the moon, the sun, and Jupiter are going to align in Virgo, causing the beginning of the biblical rapture and the second coming of Christ. Let's keep in mind that the ancient Sumerians used the word Nibiru to describe Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, they called Nibiru. But anyway, going back to this, please note that much will happen because it will, on that night, because it will be the last in the history of human civilization as we know it. And according to the prophets mistaken in each previous prediction, the closer doomsday of mankind is when everyone appears before the foot of the white sea court. Now, honestly, the event cannot be called an instant collapse of life and the fall of civilization. We are invited to watch the exaltation of something like an antichrist, the beginning of the Third World War, and years of the Great Tribulation, lasting 7 years, and of course the appearance of the ghost planet Nibiru. Actually, since the advent of the planet Nibiru, the prophets have declared the revelation of the apocalypse. Space agency researchers say again the planet of death does not exist. If you do not believe in official statements, that is, exceptional evidence of the failure of the predictions of the end of the world, then you are still alive, but according to many predictors, we should have perished long ago in fire and chaos, of course, which never happened. The famous prophet David Meade, who previously repeatedly predicted the end of the world and the death of our world, our planet, said by the beginning of April 2018, the church will fall, and this will be followed by the triumph of the Antichrist, the advent of Planet X, the beginning of the Third World War, and other passions, other tribulations. And when will Nibiru fly to Earth? In the past, it was predicted many times that a great red dwarf or death planet would hit the Earth by September 2017, and the same was said then later, before that December 2016, and then April 2018, all these dates changing all the time. Even earlier, the end of the world was predicted December 2015, so this shows the pattern and general pattern for the prophets and predictors. The terrible panic that was in 2012 when the prophets were choked with words of prediction about the arrival of planet Nibiru, pointing to the completion of the Mayan calendar, predicted the great apocalypse of December 12-12-12. Long before these predictions, an American writer came up with the assertion that he had someone else's implant in his brain and knew exactly the date of the end of the world, that it would be in 2003. Meanwhile, Nibiru has never been seen in the vicinity of the solar system. No credible scientist has confirmed the existence of this wandering heavenly ghost. Space researchers have repeatedly denied the myth of the killer planet. Stories of wayward ghost planets are a hoax, and such statements have no factual basis. If Nibiru or Planet X exists in reality, it came to a meeting with the Earth, then astronomers would follow it, at least in the last decade, and today this could have been observed with the naked eye. So given all of the above, we conclude that at the end and the beginning of this year will be a normal day, although of course such predictions significantly increase the numbers of sales of family rescue capsules. American writer Zecharia Sitchin first wrote about Nibiru in his book, a hit book, 1976, The 12th Planet. In a graceful alternative history, he settled on the race of ancient aliens, the Anunnaki, who created humanity. And interestingly, in mythology, the Anunnaki often visited the Aborigines of the Earth and always brought technological gifts, quote unquote, although indeed climate change has occurred on our planet. However, Sitchin himself, if he had expected the arrival of planet Nibiru, would be no sooner than after 1,000 years, which is extremely unsatisfactory for modern predictors. In the past, according to myth, Nibiru collided with the planet Tiamat, which was located between Mars and Jupiter. The result was the formation of the asteroid belt. Nibiru itself populated by the race of Anunnaki, an advanced humanoid civilization, who once arrived on Earth in order to mine African gold. And as a result of the laborious mining operation, they used their own genes to create Homo sapiens, and it was an interesting experiment from aliens, but it also shows that the end of the world did not come with the advent of Nibiru. Please leave your comments about this, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.